Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video. Today is a super exciting day as I'm at Soho Place for a very special rehearsal preview of the new musical The Little Big Things. I'm very excited to see this. I've heard a lot about it. So yeah, this will be the first time I think the public or anybody's seen anything apart from West End Live. So I feel super lucky and grateful to have been invited to this. I think it's going to be incredible, and I'll let you know my thoughts after a little preview performance. But I haven't got many details. I've just been told that it's an exclusive rehearsal invite by the producers, so feeling very, very lucky and very honoured. And yeah, I thought I'd take you along with me, so let's go inside.
It's the little big things that stay on my mind. It's the little big things you leave behind. And when all is said and when all is done, could change the course of the falling sun. It's the little things that mean the big things to me. It's the little big things you leave behind.
And when all is said and when all is done, they can change the course of the falling sun. It's the little things, the little big things to me. Every day's a good day. It's the little things that you do. Oh, every day's a good day.
So, I just saw the first 15 minutes of the Little Big Things musical and I am totally and utterly blown away by this cast. Not only is there representation, but also the songs are stunning and this whole theatre is accessible not only for Access patrons, but also for Access performers, which I think is incredible. Now, I'm going to introduce you to a friend you've probably not seen on this channel since about 2019 when we used to do accessibility in theatre videos and we were raising awareness about things like this, and since then this gigantic amazing brand new theatre Soho Place has been built. if you've been watching my channel since then, you'll know I'm joined by Shona. So Shona has been doing photography for Soho Place, doing photography for Brokeback Mountain, and now you're working on The Little Big Thing. So you've seen a little bit more than me. But what's it been like for you, being in a chair, working on this production as a creative?
It's been amazing. Like, this theatre is just incredible. The fact that I can like enter through the stage door like everyone else doing their job, like everywhere is accessible. I don't have to worry about being in the way or anything like that. And then just being in this rehearsal room in particular with so many other disabled creatives, you know, on and off stage, the representation is everywhere, and it's just so normalised, and you don't feel like the odd one out. It's just, yeah, it's beautiful to watch and to be a part of.
And that's really important as well. That's the thing. I just said on camera actually for the box spot, which you might see at some point, but I've never actually seen disabled on stage I can think of. Apologies guys if there's a video on my channel where that is, but not visibly this obvious. Like, also, you know, we know that not all issues are visible, but in this it's important. The visibility is very, very important. And 1 to 17 for me was such a beautiful song. Isn't Lindsay a queen?
Oh, amazing.
Absolutely amazing. And of course we've got Luke as well. That must be a dream for you, working with Luke, right?
Yeah, yeah, a big Anne Juliet fan. It's been so lovely, and the way that Luke works is
We should
amazing.
mention Luke actually, because I got to see some of his direction today and he was explaining it. His vision is so powerful and strong. Like, he said use your imagination, but the way he was describing it just gave the context to what the stage will look like. I'm most excited for the projections, aren't you?
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many things that I can't say that I would love to say, but basically just book your tickets, see it as early as possible so the surprises don't get spoiled for you, because there are a lot of them.
Okay, well that's good to know. So, The Little Big Things, the musical at Soho Place. I think, have we got a running date? So it opens on the 2nd of September, but of course we want it to run for as long as it possibly can in this space. Especially with the representation and of course it being so accessible, which is fantastic. In terms of booking, of course, I'll link in the description. And I'm just so proud of Shona. Shona is smashing it in the West End. If you haven't seen her photos, then please go and check out Shona on Instagram. I'll also link that in the description. But yeah, it was lovely to see you, Shona. Very, very excited for the show. Thank you guys for watching this. Of course, you saw a little preview of the main song, but there are songs on Spotify to stream and on other outlets, so go and check those out. It will give you a real feel for the show, but honestly, seeing the first 15 minutes staged makes you realise how beautiful the show is. And obviously they weren't even in costume, it was literally just a rehearsal room, so just to feel so inspired and feel so good after leaving that room is incredible. I've got to mention as well, because I used to play rugby at 16, so the fact that the main character, Henry, is also playing rugby is quite relatable for me, and that lad culture, which I didn't really always fit into anyway, but it wasn't like overwhelmingly lad either. It wasn't the type you go, oh, I'm a bit worried about this. It was very rugby, like it was so accurate about how people are in rugby. And when I walked into that rehearsal room and like, there's a rugby ball there, I was like, I don't think I've even seen rugby on a stage either.
No.
So there are so many elements in here for me personally, and I'm sure you guys will also find those things as well, and as I'm sure Shona has. Have you found it any, can you say whether there's any characters you've been like, oh, I really resonate with them?
Yeah, there's a few, and there's a lot of moments. There's kind of like woven into the piece. There's lots of moments that I think disabled people in particular will come and watch and go, oh my god, that's me, that's my life represented. And it's these little like funny quirks and things like that, and kind of shining the spotlight on kind of how society treats disabled people. There's like little in-jokes in there that I think only disabled people will get, and non-disabled people I think will hear them and come away feeling a lot more educated, which would be really nice.
I really like that. I have to say, like, I've been learning a lot through you through the years, but I think by having it in theatre it makes it even more accessible to those who perhaps don't realise what people who are disabled go through on a daily. And there was little things highlighted in the first 15 minutes that I noticed, you know, like even just someone getting in the way. It was very clever the way that they showcased the accident, or I don't know if I should say that anyway, in the first 15 minutes. But you see both sides of the story. So you see it from Henry in the chair, but you also see it as Henry pre-accident. I think I can talk about that. So in the first 15 minutes, Henry has an accident on a holiday with lads abroad, so he's with his brother. and it's a very serious accident which leaves him disabled. And then basically that's kind of where we got to in the story, so I've got to find out more next
So much
time.
more to come.
Exactly, looking forward to it. Well, it's lovely to see you, Shona.
Yeah,
Thanks
so
for joining
lovely to
me.
see you.
And yeah, book your tickets, guys.